Echoes of Extinction is a brand new dinosaur game where you play as both humans and dinosaurs in a big multiplayer world, and this is obviously upcoming, and I covered it in a recent upcoming dinosaur games video. However, today we're taking a deeper dive into the game. This one's going to be an interesting one, so strap yourselves in and let's get right to it. Introducing Echoes of Extinction, an upcoming hardcore prehistoric survival game set in an island inhabited by both player-controlled characters, which include dinosaurs and tribal humans, offering a rich ecosystem which offers gameplay that allows players to compete for resources, survive harsh conditions, and adapt to the challenges of a prehistoric world. There's a lot to do in this game, and it's very important that I reiterate the fact that this is a game that is where you play as both humans and dinosaurs. However, it's also important that before I dive into this deeper, I reiterate this. This is a game that's in its infancy in development. It's very, very early in its development cycle, and while this game is spearheaded by a fellow content creator and has an incredibly talented team behind it, it still has a very long way to go until it is near a playable state. However, of course, we'll be strapping ourselves in for this journey, and if you are interested, the Discord link for them is in the description. I recommend you check them out. But of course, I do want to say this game has a lot to go, a long way to go, and that means a lot of bumps, a lot of ups and downs that you can expect along a very long development cycle. So take this all with a pinch of salt. Some stuff could change. In fact, probably a lot could change. That being said, both humans and dinosaurs have different gameplay mechanics, and of course I feel like it's more important that we talk about the dinosaurs first, the dinosaur mechanics and gameplay, because that's what the majority of you guys will be playing as. However, of course, these mechanics help provide the game with an immersive experience for both humans and dinosaur players, with dynamic progression, interactive ecosystems, and a focus on adaptation and survival. So let's dive into them, and especially the dinosaur stuff first. Now, the dinosaur stuff. While we don't know the full roster, we do actually know of a number of dinosaurs that will be in the game. Islander has told me 5, one of them was technically not properly announced, so let's go ahead with these ones. Technically it's 4, but there's 5 that have been given. Eocarcia, Afrovenator, Uranosaurus, and Chasmosaurus, and then of course the final one is Spinosaurus, which was teased. However, now I've definitely just confirmed it to you all. Let's talk about the mechanics for the dinosaurs in the game. So, there's a lot here. Each one I've gone into a little bit of depth with, and this is what you've got here. Skins and adaptations. The dinosaurs can unlock various skins and adaptations throughout skill-based achievements and unique gameplay approaches. Different growth environments lead to variations in feathers, scales, and physical traits, influencing the resistance to temperature for your dinosaur. And then that leads into temperature and adaptations, where dinosaurs growing up in a different biome develop resistances to temperature effects. Spending time in specific climates will build tolerance. So if you are in a dinosaur that is living in a desert or a snowy environment, you'll be more tolerant to both of them. Dinosaurs have different diets. They have specific diets, with some of them being poisonous. Players must find counteractive foods or minerals to balance diets and survive. Kind of like how the Isle does it in a way, where you balance a diet and you grow faster. Carnivores require rotten foods to cultivate harmful bacteria for poisonous bites as well, which is really cool. Nesting in territory is next, where certain dinosaurs can build nests or burrows into trees. AI woodpecker-like birds will create nests that can be raided as well, which is pretty cool. Those will be in the trees. That being said, you also have mating as well. Tying into nesting in territory, dinosaurs will have mating rituals in this game, requiring different strategies to attract mates. Males might clear areas or do broadcast calls or mating calls, while females can track these signals, which will be pretty interesting as well, adding realism and depth to the game. With then expanding on this further with different skills and playstyles, where dinosaurs can develop skills based on behaviors such as hunting, moving, and surviving attacks. These skills shape a dinosaur's overall effectiveness and contribute to its uniqueness within the ecosystem. Digestive system and dung ties into diets, right? So large carnivores can swallow humans whole, which is pretty cool, and that also means their whole inventory gets swallowed as well. Some items can survive digestion, so when a dinosaur poos, yeah, I said it, a dinosaur will be able to poo in this game, and those items will be visible in the dinosaur's dung. So if that's actually done and that's done right, that'll be so cool. That being said, tying back into the environmental stuff, you can adapt to your environment too, like you can with temperatures. So there'll be stuff that you need to adapt to, because there'll be avalanches, storms, forest fires as well, that your dinosaur will need to adapt to. This is a big scope, by the way. I'm just realizing that is a lot of things promised already for this game, and this is just a dinosaur. Then you've got taming and territory. So dinosaurs can be tamed, and as a human you can tame a dinosaur by either capturing juveniles or hatching rare eggs. Juveniles may wander off once tamed, while eggs provide tamed creatures that are less likely to wander. Rare skins for AI dinosaurs are available only through egg hatching, which is pretty cool. Then you've got anxiety debuffs as well as the last thing. Dinosaurs can experience anxiety around unfamiliar species, so this is pretty much like what Beast of Bermuda has. So it allows you to play in a realistic challenge environment, but also an encouraging strategic behavior, which is like what Bob does best. That's one of the features that I quite like about that game. You know when there's a big dinosaur near you that you're not familiar with, because you're going to be quite anxious, and it will show by debuffing your stats. It'll probably be the same here. That being said, that's all the dinosaur stuff. We have a lot more mechanics for the humans, so let's talk about them right now. The humans get a lot, and when I say a lot, they get a lot, from crafting, building, taming, trading, and so much more. Let's just talk about it and dive right into it straight away with progression through tiers, where tribal humans coexist with dinosaurs and must adapt to the environment. Players advance through tiers by discovering and researching items, honing skills and interacting with various landmarks on the island, which is pretty exciting. They've got skill-based progression, so you've got progression through tiers, then moving into skill-based progression, where you specialize in skills such as hunting, healing, farming, taming, crafting, etc. Performing tasks related to those skills essentially mean that that skill improves in its proficiency and gets better over time, and your player, will become more efficient in the role that you are slowly specializing yourself into. Then landmarks and trade routes. So there'll be trade routes which will be pretty cool, with mobile or lootable entities which will be able to, loot, and these will be scattered across the island. These also mean landmarks as well, like raid villages, trade caravans, and other landmarks where you can acquire items and progression and loot as well. Humans can construct structures like in Ark. However, it's tribal humans, so I don't expect them to go extremely technologically advanced. You're probably just going to get wooden and at best stone, but you'll be able to do stuff like traps, defense, spike walls, and walls like that, defensive elements to protect against AI and other players. And we're talking about AI a lot here. It looks like there will be AI dinosaurs in the game as well, or AI in general, so this is going to be a very big and ambitious game at that. That is huge. That is a big plan. It's one of those things where if it's pulled off, it's going to be incredible. That being said, safe zones and trading. So you've got safe zones too, where these are where there's non-hostile players. You're not allowed to attack in these areas. Peaceful trading will go on. Network, find refuge, pretty much is where you find caravans, mounts, and all that. Everything will be safe within these zones. Speaking of humans, sickness and healing is another thing. So humans can get wounds, they can get diseases, and there will be immersive healing mechanics as well, with different types of wounds requiring different treatments, which may be medicine and stuff like that, which allow you to recover from your injuries a lot quicker. Very, very interesting and exciting. Moving on from there, trading and crafting. So this is similar to building and fortification. You'll be able to trade resources, items, and knowledge with players or AI players as well for crucial progression points. You can then craft various tools, weapons, and items from collected resources, allowing players to tailor their playstyle to contribute to their tribe's growth, which is cool as well. Then you've got alliances and raiding, so you can form alliances with other tribes for protection. Then you can raid other tribes and loot their items and attack them and stuff like that, and wage wars, pretty much tribal wars, which will be cool. Then of course we talk about this a lot, tribes. You've got tribal society and roles where players can form a collaborative with villagers, and you can defend against threats and like that. And you essentially all contribute together to your tribe's progression. And then finally, there's gods and worship as well. You can have your own god to worship in this game. And one of the interesting things is you can sacrifice creatures to the gods to give you more valuable protection and protect your base from decay over time, which is quite exciting and quite cool. But that is all the human mechanics. Let me know what you think about these in the comments down below, because that is a lot of mechanics, a big bunch of mechanics, and that's pretty much what we have to talk about for this game at the moment. Just the overview of what it is, the mechanics for the dinosaurs, some of the dinosaurs, and the mechanics for the humans as well. A bit more in depth than when I covered it in my last video, which if you want to check that video out, I recommend you check it out. I covered the top 10 upcoming dinosaur games that you should know about. But yeah, let me know what you think about Echoes of Extinction, a very exciting upcoming dinosaur and human survival game. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.